I'm so sorry. I know I keep interrupting, but please don't get mad at me. Why? What did I do? Nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. But we need to talk about one little thing. Okay, what is it? My accent. Your accent is beautiful. Oh, really? Yeah, but sometimes when you speak, I have trouble understanding you. I know I tend to speak pretty fast, but this isn't the reason. It's because you use a lot of slang. Slang, yeah, slang. You know, like common expressions that people use all the time. Okay, like what? Like, I'm buggin'. What does that mean? Well, it means that someone is acting crazy or annoying. Let me give you another example. You say, he's such a clown. What does that mean? It means that he's funny, right? No. He's not funny. He's a stupid person who's always doing silly things. Oh, okay. So basically, he's a real joker. Exactly. And sometimes you use expressions that aren't very common anymore. Like she's throwing shade at you. What does that mean? When someone throws shade, they insult you in a very subtle way. Oh, I see. You think I throw shade a lot. Maybe. Sometimes I do. This is why I wanted to talk to you about it, because I love you, and I want us to understand each other better. Wow. This means a lot to me. Thank you for telling me, Jerry. I love you too. By the way, if you like stories like this and learning English with stories, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, now let's go back to our story. Our story today is called A Love That Could Never Be. There once lived a young woman who was loved by two men. One was a poor man, but he was kind, honest, and hardworking. The other was a rich man, but he was proud, selfish, and dishonest. The poor man loved the young woman very much, but she only liked him because he was kind and nice to her. She didn't love him. She didn't love him at all. The rich man, on the other hand, had everything the young woman ever wanted. She liked his expensive clothes, his fancy car, and most of all, she liked the fact that he was rich. The rich man was in love with the young woman, but he wasn't in love with her. He just wanted to have the most beautiful woman at his side. He wanted to show her off to his friends and tell everyone that he had the most beautiful woman in the world. The young woman liked the attention, and this is why she started dating the rich man. She knew that he wasn't in love with her, but she didn't care. All she cared about was having a wealthy husband. One day, the rich man invited the young woman to go on a trip with him. They would travel all around Europe. They would visit Paris, Rome, and Greece. The young woman was very happy. She had never traveled before. She didn't care where they went. She was just happy that she would finally have the chance to see the world. When the rich man told the poor man about the trip, the poor man became very upset. He couldn't believe that the woman he loved would leave with another man. He tried to convince her to stay, but she didn't listen. She packed her bags and left with the rich man. While the young woman was on vacation, she realized that she had made a big mistake. The rich man wasn't romantic at all. He didn't take her to the nice restaurants. He didn't buy her flowers or expensive gifts. In fact, he spent most of his time trying to get more money. The young woman felt lonely and sad. She missed the poor man. She missed his kindness, his honesty, and his hard work. She had never noticed these things before, but now she saw how important they were. She had traded love and loyalty for wealth and status, and now she was paying the price. One day, the young woman decided to return home. She went to the airport and bought a ticket on the next flight back. When she arrived, she went straight to the poor man's house. She knocked on the door, but no one answered. She knocked again, but still no one answered. The young woman was very surprised. She couldn't understand why no one was home. She waited for a few minutes, and then she tried to call him, but his phone went straight to voicemail. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know where to go. She walked around the city for hours. and eventually she sat down on a bench in the park. She was tired and hungry, and she started to cry. At that moment, the poor man appeared. He had been looking for the young woman all over the city. When he saw her sitting in the park, he ran to her and asked what had happened. The young woman explained everything to him, and the poor man listened patiently. When she finished, he took her hand and said, "I still love you. Come back with me home." The young woman was very happy. She had finally realized that the poor man was the only one who truly loved her. The rich man had never loved her. He had only wanted to use her for his own selfish reasons. The poor man, on the other hand, had always been kind and honest with her. He had never tried to change her or control her. He had simply loved her for who she was. The young woman and the poor man returned home together. They started their lives anew, and they were happier than ever before. The rich man was furious when he heard that the young woman had returned with the poor man. He had thought that she would stay with him forever, but he was wrong. The young woman had chosen love over wealth, and this made the rich man very angry. He hated the poor man for taking his woman away from him. He wanted to punish them, but he didn't know how. He thought about it for a while, and then he came up with a plan. The rich man went to the bank and withdrew all of his money. He took it to the poor man's house and threw it on the ground. He then said, "Here, take my money. You deserve it more than I do." The poor man was very surprised. He didn't know what to do. He had never had so much money before. He looked at the young woman and she gave him a small smile. The poor man understood that this was the best way to help his community. He could use the money to build schools, hospitals and roads. He could also help the sick and the poor. The poor man was very happy. He thanked the rich man and promised to use the money wisely. The rich man was very proud of himself. He had done the right thing. He had given the money to someone who deserved it more than he did. He knew that the poor man would use it to help others, and this made him feel good. The rich man returned home and lived the rest of his life in peace. The poor man, on the other hand, became a hero in the community. Everyone loved and respected him. He used the money wisely and helped everyone in need. The young woman was very proud of her husband. She had made the right decision when she chose him over the rich man. She knew that they would be happy together forever, and they were. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to become fluent in English faster and learn English step by step, I recommend you continue your learning journey by watching this video. See you there.